Mr. Boo.
Hey everybody, it is I, Mr. Boo, the Entertainment Guru, Mr. Boo Entertainment Guru right here on YouTube. Throw that thing up down there. You know what to do. Do with it what you will. If you want to support this channel, give it a like, give it a subscribe, and if you want to be notified, ring that bell. Let's get into today's little vlog episode. Now, I started this last weekend, got a little busy. I'm back this weekend. This was the end of fall, beginning of winter cleaning vlog where I take you on a little bit of a journey through the Dust Bunny era of my life. Cleaning up after collectibles is not an easy task. They get dusty, they get dingy, they get dirty. The Dust Bunnies just attack all the time. So you saw me kind of show off my pop culture entertainment collectibles, dust them off, dust the shelves off, throw them back where they go. And then I did my entertainment center and made kind of a little cleaning vlog of the whole thing. So we're back at episode 2 now of the end of fall, beginning of winter, getting ready for the holly jollies and the Christmas season and all that good stuff. We got a box right here. We're going to box up some of these collectibles that are in this hutch behind me because we have a broken hutch. You see this Akatsuki jacket here from Naruto? Yeah, there was glass behind here. And I got a little bit of a manic episode, a bipolar bit. I don't know, I got angry and I tapped the glass a little too hard and I broke it. And now the cats had figured out how to infiltrate the power of the Akatsuki, and they get in there. And like I was saying, as we did a little spinneroony and transition into this, they infiltrate, and you see the Wicked Witch of the West has seen better days. Tanjiro here is missing a sword. There's Sam's pumpkin down here. I don't know if you can, yeah, there it is. Goldmember and Finn Balor are knocked over. Anyway, we're going to go over all of this and more as I clean this hutch that is right behind me now. And we're going to start with the top here, and we're going to work our way down, and I will describe everything, anything and everything up top, all the way to the bottom part. We won't be doing the drawers. All that's in the drawers is CDs, Dungeons and Dragons books, dice, nerd stuff, and adult coloring books. So that's not really entertaining. I mean, it is entertainment, but, you know, I can kind of save that for another day, if you will. We're going to focus on the collectibles and just getting this hutch cleaned out, dusted, the figurines boxed up, and get ready for the holidays. So let's get into it, shall we? So first up, we've got the NXT Championship title, the one before the rainbow looking one, and now I think that they're on the CW. They might have like a silver one, but this was WWE Shop.com. So NXT Championship, it's like the older one. It's not like the one that has the big NXT, but it's the one after that, I do believe. It is a very nice replica. Saved up for it, finally got it. Very happy I did. And then we've got Grogu. Baby freaking Yoda, or Grogu, or the child. It's a little smudged up there. I'll have to clean him up. But nonetheless, we have Grogu. And I will get him all nice and shiny before I put him away and before I put him back up. I do collect mugs as well, and this mug here obviously is Friday the 13th, and Jason Voorhees is the man. Got some extras to like Pennywise and some things in there. But yeah, Friday the 13th, there is one this December, so I'm excited about that. I'll just put that up there until I get rid of it. And you can't have one mug, you gotta have several, because here's Freddy Krueger. It's got the Never Sleep Again, Don't Fall Asleep, Miss your wake up call. You can check in, but you can't check out. Basically, everything Freddy could possibly say to people. Some little tidbits to the movies there. The phone with the tongue. I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy. You know, that whole thing. We got Mr. Charles Lee Ray, a.k.a. the good old Chucky, the killer doll. Charles Lee Ray. I actually got this guy from Spencer's, and I bought him twice, and the second time around he does not look as good as the first time around, but I bought him twice along with his bride right there from Bride of Chucky, Tiffany Valentine, aka Tiffany the Killer Doll. And, ooh, don't fall. Oh boy. We have a scissor hands down. We have a scissor hands down. Okay. But we have Tiffany, and she's got the necklace, and the, wow, she's just really not one to work with me here. Let's see. Here, well, she's down, but it's got the necklace and the tattoo right there on her neck and on her plastic bosoms. But yeah, they looked a lot better the first time around. I bought them from Spencer's twice. And the story behind that is, well, the story behind that is simply this. I hit a point in my life where I was going to move in with my fiance, who's now my wife, at the time. So we were living with my parents and I was going to move out. We had our child. And I thought, well, I'm going to give up all this stuff. I'm going to give up the childish collectibles, the toys, whatever, and I'm going to be an adult. Well, turns out that you can still be an adult and still have the things you love, collect the things you love. And me, loving the entertainment business, loving movies, books, shows, games, etc., I began to collect them again. So I got rid of all my stuff. And I had to buy them again. And the second time around, they were cheaper. And noticeably why they were cheaper is they were definitely built cheaper. So we're going to head back to the last two things that were up top. We're going to pick up Mr. Edward Scissorhands and go over him and the story behind him. And then, you know, the person he fell on, little Gizmo, froze. So let's get back to looking at those and talking about where I got those. Okay, so now we're back up here. And I'm actually looking for... Edward is missing one of his scissors. I'll get into all the stories there. Hopefully it just fell back in this little crack here, and when I pull it out, it'll be there. But Gizmo from the good old Gremlins show. With Christmas coming up, you got to watch the Gremlins movie. He actually sings the song. I'm not going to play it because it's loud and annoying, obnoxious, but it's really cool. We got Gizzy. We got Gizmo. We got the Magwai from Gremlins. This was actually found at Walmart in the electronics section. Those cups that I showed you earlier, those little coffee mugs, Freddie and Jason were also Walmart finds during Halloween. So you never know where you're going to run across some pop culture and entertainment collectibles. But let's talk Edward Scissorhands, shall we? Okay, so we are talking Edward. I did find the scissor. So he's got 4 here, 4 there. He was an animatronical thing where he was motion censored. I never used the motion sensor stuff, so I don't know how he worked or what he really did. The story behind him is he's one of my very first. He's one of the 2 collectibles that started the journey was Edward Scissorhands here. And I do like the detail, the hair. You can move his head. You can pose him. He's got the scars. You can pose I can't pose those ones. I'll tell you that story. But first... yeah, he was one of my first 2 collectibles. My Aunt Shelley she was with a terrible, terrible person at the time. But he, nonetheless, a terrible person or not, he sold things on eBay during the eBay trend, before Etsy, before Amazon blew up out of nowhere, and before Temu and Wish and all that. There was just eBay, and he sold things like this. So, with that said, let me get into the story for you. All right, so the story is, with Edward back here, that they were in a room where he did all of his eBay, in their computer room, and he was with a crow figurine, Eric Draven. I'll go over that when I get to that. That's on the lower shelving here inside this hutch that we're breaking down and getting rid of and replacing. But Edward here... as we prepare to box him up, I have to be very careful. He was one of the 2 that I kept seeing up there. I'm like, I love Edward Scissorhands. I love the crow. He hasn't sold him. And I went up to my aunt and I was like, dude, seriously, how much does he want for him? I'll pay him. I'll save up. I will give you whatever it takes to have these. And it started the trend of having so many figurines, so many collectibles, cups, replicas, everything, and that was the start of it. And the reason for not being able to move his one arm's scissors or adjust them or pose them, and why you see, like, I guess when I showed it there was like a brown and black hair tie on it, that is because when we did move out, and I did keep these collectibles and I put them on display because they were my first two. I never got rid of them. I got rid of like some posters and Pirates of the Caribbean stuff and Chucky and Tiffany and whatnot. I kept Edward. I love Edward. I love the crow. And I was like, they're going to go in the entertainment center. Well, my now 15-year-old child began walking and pulling herself up on things. And I had to pull her away from a kamikaze Edward Scissorhands one day when she grabbed onto the entertainment center, pulled herself up, and Edward went like, "Oh, no, you didn't," and like dove at her with his scissors. They broke. He's been broken ever since, but I refused to replace him. I refused to get rid of him. He was one of my first two collectibles, and he started the trend. So I saved my daughter, and I kept him, and that's the story behind that. Let's go to the inside of this hutch. Let's get to the inside of this hutch, shall we? So here we go with emptying off the top shelf here of the hutch. Don't mind the hissing in the background. That is just the radiator processing the heat for the day because it is cold as hell on December 1st here. But yeah, let's get, I guess we'll go left to right with the collectibles and where I got them, and we'll then take them out in a fantastically edited way. Okay, so this is Gaara of the desert, or Gaara of the sand. That's from, obviously, Naruto Shippuden. This is just in here to help hold him. I lost the little part that goes between his legs to hold up the gourd in moving, but I actually got him from Box Lunch. It's a store called Box Lunch. They have a website. They are in, I got this one in a mall back home in Illinois. Apparently the gourd was too much for him to hold, but they just snapped together. Wow. Okay, well, they snapped together, so he's not broken. See, they snapped together, but they're really cool PVC figurines. I actually got another one recently from GameStop. I'll show off at the end of this video. And he'll go into the box until I come up with some other things. So we'll put Gaara from Naruto down there. We've got, let's move him forward here. The broken one is Gaara. This is Naruto from Boruto, which I've never actually watched, but he was a GameStop, and I do actually have to get these wiped down too before I put them in the box. But Gaara fell and broke, and Naruto here from Boruto was a GameStop find. Stand him in there, get his little leg stand here. Now Kakashi Sensei back there, Kakashi Sensei right here is also from Naruto. Looks the same in Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. Same kind of statue. That was Box Lunch as well. He is hooked together at his hip, and then he's just in a stand right there on his leg. Box Lunch is an amazing place. And since I keep saying his name, there's a Gaara pop vinyl right there, Funko Pop. Yep, that's Gaara of the Sand. Again, Naruto Shippuden by the way he's dressed. Got his little tattoo there that means love in Japanese. Love Gaara. Favorite character in the whole Naruto series. Love him. I believe that was also a GameStop find. And here's an actual Walmart find. Sub-Zero. Fight. And outside it feels like Sub-Zero. But Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat, I want to say 10 or 11 here. Not really sure. There's so many of them now, and now they've rebooted it. Sub-Zero from MK. That was actually a Walmart find. Funko Pop. So that's kind of cool. We're going to move this glass out of the way from when I broke the dang thing. And we're going to get in here and take a look now at a GameStop find where I love this figurine, All Might from My Hero Academia. But the problem is he's so almighty that he won't stand on his stand. So that's why he's got his cape and his cool hair and his big smile there. All Might. Can't get him focused. There we go. All Might. To save the day. GameStop find. Same as the guy right next to him, which is Shota Aizawa, the teacher who uses the scarf and can drain their powers and whatnot. My Hero Academia again, GameStop find again. Got his droopy little I don't want to be here face. And he actually is not mighty enough to fight on standing on his stand like he's supposed to. He actually does stand on that stand. So there we go, Mr. Tozawa. And we're moving from My Hero Academia now to Demon Slayer. And this is actually a Temu find, everybody. Temu or Temu or whatever. This is Dragon Slayer. This is Nezuko. One of the two main characters, the sister who becomes a demon. And this is so she doesn't bite nobody. Nice stand. That was Temu. And it wasn't very expensive either. But it adds really nice to the collection. Really well done. Like right there, the detail on her entire outfit. That's Nezuko from Temu, from Demon Slayer. And we'll kind of shift back to My Hero Academia. Here's All Might stand that he refuses to stand on. But he's too mighty for the stand. Too mighty. But now we have... Godly, I forgot his name. But he is from My Hero Academia as well. Mr. Hot and Cold here. Mr. Fire and Ice. Love him. If you know his name, please comment in the good old comment section below, because for the life of me, I watch so much anime and I just can't remember his name at all, and my daughter would slap me for not knowing his name. She loves this guy. I love this guy. We all love this guy. My Hero Academia, again, this was Box Lunch or GameStop. They have the same figures. I think it was Box Lunch. I think I got all these at Box Lunch, except for the one I'll show you last, which I just recently got from a GameStop. Moving on, another Temu find. I know this man's name, and I should, because he is the captain of the ship on One Piece. Luffy. That's right, we got Luffy. We got Mr. Stretch over here. I got him. He stands pretty well on his own, but there's his little stand that, goes around the back of his ankle. Really cool find from Temu, whatever. He did come with an exchangeable head. I did not want to... I picked this one because it was, captain of the ship. Just looked really Luffy. Something I'd like to pose Luffy in with the way his body was. So I used that head. Move my little light here, and we'll go back to Demon Slayer. And hey, like I said, he was missing his sword. I found it. So the cats did not run off with the sword, but his sword, you can get it in his hand there. There we go. I believe his name is Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. Also Temu I got him and his sister together from Temu. He's a lot smaller, but he's got his one mark there. His earrings are in. The sword, which I'm glad I found. Cats didn't get in here and run off with it. Got his little stand. Really nice Temu find. Now this next one from Death Note here, the good old apple-eating demon himself. Ooh, Luffy tried to take a dive out of the cabinet here. Ryuk was actually a wish purchase. And I have the other demon from Death Note coming from Temu. This is Ryuk. This is Light Yagami's lovely demon who loves the apples. He is an apple-picking, apple-loving demon. Got him back in the day from Wish.com. I think he's pretty cool. The detail on him's pretty cool for being a kind of cheapo thing. He's got the stand here with the little thing going right up his patookus. But he stands pretty good, got his wings, love it. And we will move on back again to the villain side of things on My Hero Academia. As we look at the vampire lady here, it is Himiko Toga. And love this character. Again, Box Lunch is where I got almost all of these, or GameStop. I can't be too sure. But these are great statues. Again, they come in pieces. You pop them together. They're PVC. Great detail. Even got her little vampire fangs in there if it'll just focus. But we got Miss Toga here, Miss Himiko Toga from My Hero Academia on the villain side of things. And why don't we just go back to the hero side of things. And we've got the lovely Deku. This was a GameStop find. He stands on a stand. He's not as almighty as All Might, where he literally tips his own stand over. Good detail. He's got the power raging around his fist there. Got his little hood that's down. Deku is ready to fight. My Hero Academia, great GameStop find. Here is, we're shifting a whole new way. We got a woo! We got a little final Funko Pop of Ric Flair, and he is styling and a profiling. That's right. Woo! Ric Flair with his glasses, his belt, his Hall of Fame ring, his wonderful look here. I love it. It came from the same thing that the Hall of Fame ring came in. It was one of the WWE 2Ks. It was the Ric Flair edition. Love it, love it, love it, love it. We got... She never wants to hold her swords. And again, I'm forgetting people's names. Damn. But anyway, she's got her little swords here for Titan killing, because it is Attack on Titan, and I dropped that sword. Oh boy. But Attack on Titan right here, I can't remember her name. Again, comment down below if you know her name. I should. She's one of the main characters. She's one of my favorite characters in the show, next to, obviously, Captain Levi. Yeah, she's got her jacket. She's got all the detail. This was a Walmart find. Again, Walmart has great pop culture and entertainment collectibles and figurines. And of course, again, my obsession. It's borderline addiction. Naruto from Naruto Shippuden with his little stand and his kunais. That was also, there we go. Focus a little bit. That was also a Walmart find right here. Was Naruto with his little stand and his kunai and his little pouch on his booty. Love Naruto. That, again, is from Naruto Shippuden. And then I actually have another Temu find. And it is back here, and it is one of my favorite finds from one of the series I watch. A friend had actually turned me on to back in Illinois when I worked at Ruler. His name was Chuck. Lelouch from Code Geass, and his stand's really cool. I need to dust it off. Like I said, I'm going to clean them all off, box them up, and we'll probably do like a video where we unbox them and put them in place again. Let me know down below if you'd like to see that once I get the new bookshelves. Got his little Geass sign there. From Code Geass, we got Lelouch. Look at this. He's got the cape. He's got the helmet. He came with a double head here, so like I put the helmet on him because why wouldn't you? But the other head actually has Lelouch with his Code Geass power in his eye. So this little symbol here is in his eye. That little symbol right there. It's very well detailed. Good stand, good PVC plastic. And that was, again, Temu. So the top shelf here, you know who they all are. The two that I could not remember their names, which would be obviously the woman from Attack on Titan back here. If you know her lovely, lovely name, please comment that down below because I forgot that. And I'm not really sure who else's name I forgot. But anyway, comment those names down below if you know the two that I forgot in this video. And let's move on to the second shelf. But first, we got to get these guys in a box. So what do you say we do that? Well, now, would you look at that? It is completely empty. They're all boxed up. Shall we take a look at how full that box is before we hit shelf number 2? Again, sorry about the hissing as we see our box here. Got all of them. They're going to be boxed up until I can get a new place to put all of them. Ooh, the heat. The hissing. It makes me angry. Now to shelf 2. Alright, so the hissing continues, and so does this video. As we delve into this second shelf here, let's get this all talked about and cleared out. We got this, oh, he's in there tight. Oh boy, okay. Well, we got this Jawa from Star Wars. This Jawa from freaking Star Wars. It is actually, I don't know where it came from. It was a gift from someone I no longer speak to and will never speak to again. Jawa from Star Wars Piggy Bank. So it's kind of nifty and neat, I guess. And then if we zoom over, we got the kids from well, the tall man here is trying to attack. Hang on. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we've got the Stranger Things collection here. We got the best friend. We've got 11. And these were all picked up in various places during the first couple seasons of the first couple seasons it was running on Netflix. We got Sheriff Hopkins. They're not on their stands because the cats just deliberately jumped up here and partied with them, I guess. Partied hard. We got the main kids here. Got the old main kids right here. Coming one by one. There we go. They are quite amazing. It's kind of cool that I have, there's my favorite kid right there, the curly-haired boy. And then we got the tall one. Obviously, we've got the entire, what did you get kidnapped again by the Stranger Things? Okay. We got the whole crew right here of minus, the sister and the boyfriend of the one main character. Then right back here from, I believe I got this off eBay. We're going to zoom over in a second if I can get him to stand up. He's not wanting to cooperate. This is not a Jawa from Star Wars. This is a little demon from Phantasm. Now, he doesn't have his ball. This is the tall man from Phantasm. And that's his little minion. Blah. But, the thing is with this is I just got it off eBay from somebody used. He didn't have the three-pronged death ball. Baby Yoda here, or Grogu, reaching out using the Force to... Oh, give me my phone back, you little bugger. Ugh. Okay, well, using the Force is Baby Yoda. That one was... actually, we got scammed. It was supposed to be much bigger. It was supposed to be for my daughter, and this is what they sent us. And yeah, that was like a $150 little tiny short little Yoda, but hey, I kept it. I knew I'd use it. And speaking of little and short, we have, and he does have his little sucker in hand there, Sam from Trick or Treat, and that was a store called Slackers back home. My wife got this for me. Came with several different heads and attachments. I went with the classic with the sucker and the sack. And I believe this little jack-o'-lantern here is his as well. So Jack from Trick or Treat, standing next to Baby Yoda there, was a Slackers back in Illinois kind of deal. Then we've got... The Wicked Witch of the West. Now, the book behind there, don't worry about the book. That came with a box set collector's edition of Wizard of Oz. This is what came with her. This holds it. I don't know, cats. But she was I believe I ordered it from Target. She was a Target exclusive, a McFarlane toy. The detail on her is amazing. Be careful. Her one hand is super glued on because in the packaging, it is very, very secure. And she does not want to come out and play, no matter how much you promise her ruby slippers. And I took her hand off, so I had to fix it. Then we got a gift here from one of my friends and co-workers from back in Illinois. Austin May from Illinois. It's a shout out, buddy. Thank you for my golden Spider-Man Funko Pop that I just, and he's a bobblehead, so it's kind of cool. Really cool to have it. It's gold. It's Spider-Man. What more couldn't you love? And then don't play with this, everybody. Do not try to solve this box. Yes, it is a puzzle box. This was actually Temu as well. Just like several of these are Temu. Temu has gotten so much better at everything it does. And yeah, you don't want to mess with that because that'll summon some symbiotes or Cenobites from Hellraiser. That is from the Hellraiser series. That is the epic box. You rub this, shit happens, Cenobites come. You opened the box. We have answered. Okay, and then right here we got the Walking Dead crew, a little bit of them. That's Rick's good old pistola, Rick's 6-shooter. There's Rick, looking good. These were Walmart finds. The Walking Dead, it says. Yeah, these were all Walmart finds. Good detail. I believe they were McFarlane. You got the guy. I can't remember his name. Comment down below if you remember his name. I just remember he's like Daryl's nemesis, basically, you know, and he's got even the burns. Well, you know, if you don't try to run away. He's got the burns on the side of his face here. Real detailed. I wish the camera would focus more. You'd think by now it's technology. And then there's my man. And Lucille looking good. Negan, baby. Love the actor. Love the character. Love Negan. Again, Walmart was where all of these Walking Dead figures came from. There's McFarlane toys. And then here, I gotta find this crossbow. Obviously, it looks like he's still holding it. Looks like a video game when you load in and you're supposed to have your weapon set and it's just not loading. Daryl flippin' Dixon, y'all. Daryl Dixon. The Walking Dead. Excuse me. Another Walmart find. All of these Walking Dead characters were Walmart at one time. And then I got a GameStop one here. Going back to being more of a nerd here. Dracula from... Why can't I think of the name? Castlevania. Netflix's Castlevania anime. He's got the fire, the stand. He's got his cape. And he's like on fire. Got like detail in his hands with his claws. Just very vampiric. Very Dracula. Very GameStop. Very, very good anime show. Very good Castlevania. So that's all of them that were on the second shelf. From Phantasm to Stranger Things, Star Wars, Trick or Treat, another Star Wars, Wizard of Oz, Spider-Man, Walking Dead, and Dracula from Castlevania. So let's go ahead and clear these out. All right, we're gonna move on to the third. But look at that, top's clean, top shelf, middle shelf, all clean. As we go down to the last shelf, we've got a Nightmare Before Christmas coffee mug there with Jack and Sally. Very nice. We got another collector's edition figurine from one of the WWE 2K games. Finn Balor in his demon getup. Demon Finn Balor. The stand says Balor. Really nice detail on all of it. The Demon Finn Balor. Got all the paint, the tats. Even down to the little tape on his knuckles. Amazing figure that came with that game. Then we got a GameStop exclusive from another video game. You might recognize this little Spider-Man here. Miles Morales from the second video game there. Spider-Man Miles Morales, obviously. He's on the corner of Lexington and East 125th Street. And that's a one-way street. Got some cool detail there in his mask. His chest, his whole outfit looks just like the video game. They did some great work on that. Glad to get a GameStop exclusive. Now this next one you're going to think is kind of funny, but I don't think it's funny because I like gold. Austin Powers Gold Member, and yes, that's Gold Member from Austin Powers Gold Member. That was a yard sale find. Not really sure, you know, where they got him or whatnot, but it's impeccable detail on that. And his stand even has the G. He did have the key that kind of looked like male genitalia in a box, but the cats again ran off with it. And this next one is from Starship Troopers Marauders. One of the worst Starship Troopers. The original Starship Troopers was the best, let's just face it. But this came in a set that came with all of them. And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, he, she, thems, theys, Dollar General. Dollar frickin' General. Can you guys believe that? Can all of you believe that? Dollar General in a pack that came with all the Starship Troopers. And like I said, don't bother to go past the original if you've never seen it. Original's the best. And you know, I showed you all the children from Stranger Things. Well, we got another pop vinyl, a pop figure, a Funko Pop the Demogorgon. And this one was a Walmart find. And he's got all his musculature. Like, these Funkos got really good. I used to hate them back in the day, but they got really detailed and a lot better than what you would think they are. Now, this next one, this guy right here, this fella right here, Eric Draven, in front of the window with his crow from, well, The Crow. He's got the book, the mask, the guitar. He's got his Hangman's Joke album. He was the lead singer in that movie. This is Eric Draven from the original The Crow movie. This came from a game store back home, Fantasy Games. And another gift from my wife. She pointed it out, told me go for it. I bought it. So, there we go. And while we're on the, ooh, come on. Dang it. Hang on. Well, I'll get the stand up here. The stand. The next one is from The Witcher 3. Woo, that does need dusted before it gets put away. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And it is none other than the man who wields these, his regular and silver sword. It looks like they just pop right into his back there with that. Obviously, I'm talking Geralt of Rivia. This is a GameStop find. Found him GameStop. And his detail is amazing. He's got the little, like, 3 heads there. The chainmail, the hook. His swords do connect into his back here. And they sit perfectly. And it has that nice Witcher 3 stand right there. The Wild Hunt. And he is just an incredible, incredible figurine. An incredible collectible from none other than GameStop. We'll make it a little smaller now. In another Walmart find, we've got a bobblehead there of Breaking Bad's Walter White, Heisenberg, aka Walt, whatever you want to call him. He's there, a little messed up there. The glasses kept falling off, getting lost, getting broken, so I had to fix him. But other than that, he's on his blue stuff there. Nice stand. Wonderful little figurine from Breaking Bad. Now we'll go back to the video game side of things. This came in the collector's edition of God of War Ascension for PS3, PS4, whatever era that was. Kratos. My man Kratos got his chains, got his weapons, got his rock. Really nice PVC character here from the collector's edition of God of War Ascension. Like, the detail, front, back, side to side, up and down is perfect. It was worth the $80 I spent on that collector's edition. Going back to The Walking Dead, however, we're going to put her right here. Michonne, or Michonne, however you want to pronounce it, with her sword in a perfect stance for killing zombies. The detail on it is amazing. This was actually Walmart as well. And she's got, like, the sheath for the katana. It's wonderful. Like, I mean, it looks like her. She's got the dreads, the thing that holds her hair in place. The detail is impeccable. Now, this little collector's thing was GameStop as well. We'll move over. Dungeons & Dragons. It is a Lith drinking cup for Dungeons & Dragons. Or, not a Lith. A Lich drinking cup. You know, the old Lich. And, you know, here's the little drinking cup part of it. Got a little extra stuff in there. But, yeah, that's from GameStop. Little Dungeons & Dragons shout out to the Liches of the world. Then we'll go down to a Goodwill find. From a classic, a classic that was remade. This is from the remake of Splatterhouse for the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360. I found this. This is the mask the guy wears that possesses him and gives him all the power. The little demonic mask thing. I found that at a Goodwill, and again, my wife was like, well, hey, if it's that important to you, we're getting it. And I said, yeah, it was like $3, $4, maybe $8. It was somewhere between $3 and $8. So it was a steal, it was a deal, and I'm glad I got it. Now this next one, I'm so proud to have. We're going to set him up. Hang on, we're going to set him up right here in front of Michonne. She's going to help me out here. The Tin Man. Now this, obviously from The Wizard of Oz, with his little oil can. Funny story about the oil can. My cat stole it. It was lost for a long time, and then just randomly one day, she came just trotting along. And it was in her mouth, and we saw it, and we're like, what is that? And it's an oil can! But he's also got his little axe over here on his side. This was found at a thrift store across the street from me called Odds and Ends here in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. The box was messed up, or I would have kept it in the box, because this thing, the box said 1960 something. It's got cloth on it, made in China. Like, I don't know. But from the 1960s, to have a figurine from the 1960s from The Wizard of Oz, thumbs up to me, right? That was a good find. And the wife was so kind to be like, oh yeah, here it is. Go ahead and get it because that's awesome. And this one we're just going to leave on the bottom shelf here. Harley Quinn on a Jack-in-a-Box. This was just another gift from he who shall be named, frickin' nameless. He who shall not be named. And, I mean, we're not ever going to be friends again. If I ever see him again, I'll probably be going to jail for some things he did. But, hey, y'all, I'm keeping the collectible because I am an entertainment junkie, an entertainment guru. Now, this one right here, this is another Eric Draven. I mentioned him when I was talking about my Edward Scissorhands. Let's see if we can get him to stand kind of in here somewhere. He doesn't have a stand. But Eric Draven, he's old. He's 12 inches tall. He does have a guitar, which I did find. Came with a guitar. But this is the other one that my uncle at the time did not sell on eBay. It was sitting there forever, and I asked my Aunt Shelley, I will buy him and Edward Scissorhands for whatever you want. Name your price. I will work my butt off. And I did. And I got him, and I got Edward Scissorhands. So that is the entire shelving unit area. And it is going to be cleaned out. So let's get all this boxed up and move on to that guest star that's sitting right up top. And just like that, in a jiffy, they're all boxed up. That is a full box of collectibles. Don't mind the Christmas mess. We're decorating for Christmas here this weekend. So yeah, the only thing left, now that we've emptied this all out, is the one thing I mentioned in the video about showing you our little guest star. I just got him from GameStop. He's another one of those PVC statues that you put together yourself. Pain from Naruto Shippuden. I know it's an obsession. It's an addiction. But the detail on these are so good. He's got his steel plate things in him, his rods, his piercings, his spiky hair, his good old ninja thing there with the scratch through it because he is no longer a ninja. He is a criminal. But yes, from the Akatsuki, Pain, ladies and gentlemen. And now it's time to say goodbye to Pain and move on to another video. Get out of here, Pain. Go on. Hey, he actually should. He shooshed away. All right, let me finish this up right now. That was all those collectibles, and like I said, I'm going to do my finishing little thing here where I'm going to tell you, hey, I'm Mr. Boo Entertainment Guru, and I'll see you in the next one, and I'm out. But before I do that, let me just tell you, it's really nice to try to do something else with the entertainment kind of YouTube thing I do here, showing off my collectibles, showing off how much I do love entertainment. And like I said in my other videos, never let me influence how you feel about a movie, a TV show, a cartoon, a book, or whatever I'm talking about in the entertainment industry, music, whatever. Always, base things on your own opinion. Always use your own views. I can tell you what I like and what I don't like, and I can give ratings, reviews, and everything. But at the end of the day, it's your choice. But, it's good to get away from those videos once in a while and do a little bit of a vlog. Do what everyone else is doing, And hey, what better time? I mean, everyone else is saying, it's Vlogmas, and they're Christmas vlogging. Well, guess what? It's Entertainment-miss. Because I know my wife, and I know under that tree, there's going to be some collectibles, some shirts, some whatever, and just whenever, whoever, whatever, whenever, it's all going to be entertainment. And I think she actually stated that I'm going to have a very creepy clown Christmas, so I'm hoping for, like, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Terrifier, It, Insane Clown Posse, John Wayne Gacy, the clown from, like, American Horror Story. There's so many clowns out there in entertainment and true crime and all that. Who knows what I'm getting, but I'm getting it, so that's why I'm doing this video. This is my entertainment miss, And until the next episode, when we take care of my one wall on my bookshelf and the one after that, my taller bookshelf and wall, I'll see you next time. I've been Mr. Boo Entertainment Guru. Hope you enjoyed my collection. And, well, the only other thing to do is take care of this hutch. So, Hutch, be gone! Magic. I'll see you in the next video.